Well, you see, I'm finally back up. I have never ever slept so much in my whole entire life. But let me pull the cards and do a quick. I want to ask about the trial. Is this trial, sorry about my voice, is this trial going to make a big difference? So what kind of difference is this trial going to make when it comes to 45? Okay, get the other cards shuffled here as well. What kind of difference is this trial going to make for 45? Now we know he's never going to accept culpability. We know that he's going to say it's all lies, that they all made it up. Everybody's lying except for him. They're all against him, and he's the only one telling the truth. Yeah, we know him. He's not going to ever admit culpability with anything, ever, to himself or to anyone else. So what we have in the center of this is detachment. Well, we know he's detached from the truth. Truth is not in his realm. The only truth is what he believes, what he wants to believe. Above it, detachment and looking for something new coming there. In the realm of reality, when it comes to this divergent path, okay? So what, he's detached from reality. But what's going to come, what new things are going to come from this outcome of this trial? So we have going into storm, well, which makes sense. Stormy Daniels and the way that he paid this off, the contribution, the lies, the spin about it. So yeah, he's wanting to get to a better place mentally. He's not going to, of course he's not going to look at it. He's going to try to slow walk things and insulate himself as usual. Turtle in the shell, and that's why a lot of the things he goes out, because he can't hear it. He can't hear the truth. It is so hard for him to hear the truth that he can't take it in his consciousness. He goes out, okay, to get to a better place. He cannot deal with the truth. So that's why he falls asleep in there. Not because he's tired and exhausted, because his consciousness cannot hear the truth. And so what he's going to try to, again, the insulation, the shell around him. He's always had this shell around him of the lies and the spin that he puts out. But judgment is coming. Okay? And to the people. So people are going to judge this. And he may try to create the shell, but this shell may be broken when it comes to all of this, because we have the divergent path, and he's trying to insulate himself from it, from the truth of what happened. Above it, looking at the new things and trying to get away mentally from the judgment, because he cannot handle the truth. He's tried to be detached when it comes to the storm and the shell he's created around himself, okay? But in some of it, he can't detach from it. And if he can't detach from it, he goes out. He goes to sleep. Okay. So let's pull the other cards and see what we have. So what we have above it, we have the truth, the sage advice. Those that are, talking about this and saying what is going on with it. Okay, what's going on with it? Okay. And the foundation of it is about the money, about where that money went, the comfy life, the truth of the situation. What's crossing it is the health of this, if it's done well. And then we have, of course, this trying to spin it to something else, something other. Okay. So going into it, he did this and now he's got to suffer the consequences. He doesn't like the harvest. Of course not. Well, when you're doing everything in a criminal way, you're not going to like it. So now again, trying to get away with this. He's tried to get away with it for many, many, many years. The challenge is he can't go anywhere. Okay? He's tied up with this mentally, and physically. He's got to be there and he's got to deal with it. The outcome, of course, is he's going to try to spin it, and this is the wish-fulfilling card, what he's trying to sell emotionally to the people. But underneath of it all, we have his barking mad thing when it comes to the health of the situation, and again trying to put a different storyline on it. So we have those of the sage advice with what happened with this monetarily wise, and things that happened with the Stormy Daniels and the Playmate and the other people that he was involved in. Right now, he tries to get his lawyers to get away with it, but the challenge is, too much evidence. It's surrounding him. He can't get away from it. Going into it, we had, he doesn't like the harvest, but the outcome is what he's always going to do, his wish-fulfilling things of spinning it and telling it, trying to sell merchants, selling this emotional thing to his people out there. So that's what we have with it. He's going to, the people that are not actually watching the trial, they just watch him, what he's going to say. At his rallies and stuff, they're not going to take in the trial. They don't believe any of it. Okay? So it's not really going to affect a lot of them. He's going to continue in his mentality that the only thing exists is what he wants to believe in his fantasy world. And he's in denial about anything other than that. Like he says, yeah, I'll accept the outcome if it's in my favor. If it's not in my favor, then no, it doesn't exist. It's not real. It's fake. It's a lie. Because in my world, I'm king and everything goes according to what I want. And if it's not, I'm in denial about it, and I will look for something else. I'll put it out there. What my fantasy vision is, he was going to church as a younger guy, and it was that power of positive thinking. Okay. Well, he takes this power of positive thinking, but it's so skewed that he's in la la land, okay? And he has no morals or ethics when it comes to doing anything to create this fantasy that he's got in la la land, and he thinks nothing can touch him. And he doesn't mind how criminal it is. Okay, he doesn't see any criminality in any of it because he has no morals whatsoever. So I'm just going to leave that here. Thanks for tuning in, and thank you for being so supportive of me. I really do appreciate it, and hopefully I get healed and we can go out on Prius adventures again. I know the puppies are so wanting to go. Mr. Mickey comes out in the morning with my purse and let's go. But the puppies have been so good with me. You know, today I went in and went back to bed and laid down, and they just will stay right by my side. And I think they kind of figure it out about the ostomy, that they can't jump up on me like that. And so they've been very, very good. Now, I did go outside for a few seconds in the sunshine and walk in the yard back and forth. So that was good. Yeah, and I'm going to have some lunch here in just a few minutes. So looking forward to that. Anyway, on that note, I'll see you online.